はい、so now let's start. And thank you very much for, joining JFFLA 2020 this year. And we have 15th annual for this film festival. Thank you very much. And this year, usually we have a venue at Little Tokyo and OC, Orange County in Los Angeles. But because of the coronavirus, COVID-19, we couldn't use the venue. So some people, we think how we're gonna do, and but we wanna do just every year, each year. So we decided to do online, and it's our first time. So everything is challenge. Everything is our first time. Everything is new, but we just don't want to miss a chance to show the Japan-related films to all over the world. I mean, for the this time in America, because this film festival is in America, so Los Angeles. So we, try to do in here in Los Angeles. So we, unfortunately, we can. You guys can only watch the film on films from America, and but this one, the YouTube, everybody can watch it if we have access to the YouTube. So I hope people want to know you guys have a film, and it's very wonderful, great, and you guys are going to have opportunity to help reach to the world. That's what we think. And thank you so much for coming and participating this event today. Thank you, guys. So we have a lot of films submitted, like I think 30 of them, and we selected like 15 films. And now it's this one is a for short film. We have like short film was 8 films, and I'm not sure everybody here, but I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna call the name of the film and the directors, and please speak about your film and talk about your film. Thank you. So at first, I want to introduce the director Christopher Graham of Ida in Between. Hi, Graham.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you very much for coming. And so, could you introduce your film?
Absolutely. The film is Ida, and Japanese it's translated into Between, and it was shot late last year in Tokyo, and it centers around a young mother who is sort of struggling with her identity as a mother and a daughter, and it really has to do with memory and how music can affect memory, and the connection that we draw with our loved ones, and these sort of bonds that we have that hopefully transcend sickness and circumstances and things like that. So.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's great. Yes, and why you choose because we are not Japanese, mm-hmm. but you choose the Japanese culture, Japanese setting. Why is that?
Right. So I'm a filmmaker, and I've made feature films in the past, but there was a 2-year period of time where I was living in Tokyo with my wife, who was a meteorologist, and she was working for NHK. Okay. And so she was a meteorologist at NHK, and I was working quite a bit, but I really missed telling stories. I was making commercials and things like that, but I wanted to really, I had this idea for a film about the relationship between mother and daughter and memory and music and all that kind of stuff. And so I said, well, I have this wonderful backdrop, Tokyo. I know a wonderful, talented actress who is a working actress in Tokyo. So I said it would be foolish to pass up an opportunity to make a story. So I crafted something together, and we put it together on a shoestring budget. And yeah, it was my first attempt at a short film. So it's been really exciting that it's been connecting with people, because it's much different making a short film than a feature. Things need to be much tighter and much. Every moment matters in a short film, I feel, and so I really gained a lot of appreciation for people that put together short films that I've really connected with, because I know how hard it is. It's like a short poem, you know. It's
Right.
no easy thing. So yeah.
Yeah. And I also, really like the song in the film. And actually, that's you guys composed, right? The lyrics and the
Lullaby?
Yeah,
No, the actual song that's sung in the film is a very old lullaby that I found. In fact, I wasn't going to make the film until I found the perfect song, and I gave up on the film a couple times because I couldn't find the perfect song. And then one day I found it deep on the internet, someone singing it, and then I asked a few people, and a lot of people didn't recognize the song. And then I asked some older folks in Japan, and they said, "Oh yes, my grandmother used to sing that song to me." And so I'm like, "Oh my goodness, this is great!" It's a very catchy melody. And then when I read the translation of the lyrics, I knew instantly it was perfect for what the character was going through. And I kind of got chills on my arm, and I knew I was going to make it. I was like, "This is it. It's official." So
that fits. It's really good. Yeah, that tells a story a lot too.
Oh, that's so great to hear. Thank you so much.
Yeah. No, thank you very much. So next, I want to introduce the director, Josie Yukiko Donovan, and of Ama, Woman of the Sea.
Hello, thank you for having
me.
Hello,
how are you?
Good. I'm going to apologize in advance if I seem a little out of it. It's 2 a.m. here in London, and I've also only had 5 hours sleep over the last 2 days, so I'm a little bit.
Oh God, I'm so sorry, and thank you very much for joining our event. Thank you so much. So could you talk about your film a little bit?
Yeah, so Amma is a short documentary that we shot a year or two ago now. Basically, well, the intention was to kind of explore the lives of the Amma that live near in the Toba area. So for people who don't know Amma, there's a really long-standing culture in Japan of female free divers who dive for pearls and abalone and various other seafood. And they've existed in Japan for, thousands of years. And there are still pockets of Japan where these communities are still, the Amma are still practicing all of their traditional ways. And I met these particular Amma actually a few years ago when I was in Japan working on another documentary show. I met them and we shot with them, and I fell in love with them. But they ended up being cut from the final film. This was for a British broadcaster. And so I was obviously livid about it, and I thought it was a horrible mistake. So I ended up staying in touch with them for over the years. And then eventually got the short film funded and went out to film with them. And if you've seen the film, you probably know all of our plans went out the window because I arrived just in time for the was it called the Jebi typhoon hit, literally 2 days after we arrived. So I think it made for a better film in the end, but it was quite the experience.
So your film is actually it's a documentary, right? But for me, it looks like the drama film. So do you have any intention to make that way, not like an actual documentary, but more like the film drama look like documentary?
Yeah, that's kind of always been, I guess, my aesthetic. Or I just think that I also work in drama as well, and but I think there's something really beautiful about pairing very real human stories with kind of big sweeping cinematic shots and filming styles. And I think as well the kind of story with the Amma and where they are and being connected to the ocean, I think you can't really get across how incredible their lives are unless you show it at that scale. So I work with a great DOP who I've worked with for years, who that's kind of our jam, basically. Make it look Hollywood, but it's real.
Yeah, it's really look great.
Thank you.
So, did you hire some Japanese crew there, or you brought all the crews with you from England?
So it was actually a really small crew. I brought my DOP with me. My sister, who's also obviously is also half Japanese, she came and was the production assistant. And then the only other member of crew we had was a local fixer that I've worked with a number of times. And that was it. We shot the whole thing with just between me and the DOP.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
And we had some really great help from the local kind of community in Toba as well, who sort of helped drive us around and told us where to eat and where to stay and all of that stuff. But yeah, it was kind of done on a real skeleton crew. I ended up having to shoot most of the underwater footage. And actually the plan initially had been we were supposed to go out for an entire week and we were going to dive every single day so that I could sort of, so that we have, could see them at work, but also I could trial and error shooting underwater because I'd never had the chance to do it. But because of the typhoon, we actually ended up only having 2 hours to shoot everything that we needed for the whole film. So it was very much like sink or swim moment, literally.
Wow, that's great. Yeah, thank you very much, Thank you very much, Yukiko.
All right.
Talk to you later. Okay, so next we're going to have a director, Christopher Combs from Blue Yellow. Combs?
Yeah, that's Combs, yeah.
Hi, Combs. So you say Lindy, is he here too, or?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, you're here? Oh, okay, thank you very much. So, congratulations, and also the Blue and the Yellow, it's a really good film. So could you talk about your film?
So I mean, this was a film that was essentially just I wanted to go for something pretty basic on the concept, which was just something that I think a lot of people go through, which is not expressing your emotions externally that you're feeling internally, which in Japan is it's quite a few people are an expert at. And I thought it was just the perfect kind of a concept to explore about this man who never said he loved his wife to her the entire time they were together, and then passing on his own learned life lessons to his son. What is he going to do about that?
Mm-hmm. So you guys cast the Japanese people, and is that somebody gonna help you to translate during the shooting to understand, their acting is good or not? Because I'm Japanese, I'm an actor too, and when I act, sometimes I think like, oh, is the director gonna, hear my voice and understand my feelings, or the languages, or that kind of concern me. But how did you guys do that?
Well, I mean, like from the very start, like I knew that. I mean, I do speak Japanese, and I understand Japanese to a limited degree. I studied there for long enough to make a good conversation at a bar. But I did definitely need help on that. We had translators, and also most of the crew had lived there long enough to where they also understood kind of the nuances. And nobody ever tipped me off to anything that an actor was doing wrong as far as their character was concerned, though. I mean, like they kind of left that to me. So.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to jump in here.
Please,
so I was the producer on the film, and I'm half Japanese and bilingual. And so most of our crew are fluent or near fluent in Japanese, or were Japanese. We had like a really good mix of international and Tokyo-based international crew and Japanese crew. And yeah, like Chris was saying, like Chris speaks enough Japanese to have been able to communicate with the cast without any issues. But we had a great sort of second AD, director's assistant, interpreter for Chris as well, who really made everything gel.
Wow. So Chris, you speak Japanese, huh?
はい、日本語わかります。
ね、日本語。
難しい思います。漢字わからない。
すごい。Good job. So I have one more question. So you guys, in the story, there's a past and present, right? So did you change the setting the camera like a filter or something, or do you have a because I can see some difference between the past and the present.
So, I mean, actually, I really wanted to differentiate those two. And my initial idea was like, okay, well, black and white. But Ryushi kind of said that, maybe we could do something more creative than that. So instead, we got a lens, a very special lens that he will be happy to talk about. That is from the 1960s, I think. Ryushi, what is it?
I don't have the exact data. I guess it's like 70s Koa vintage anamorphics, which we were really keen to shoot the film anamorphic. Our DP Matt can join us today, so I'll just quickly fill you in. So we set the stuff set in the present. We shot on modern glass, and then the stuff in the past we shot all on vintage lenses. To create that visual difference.
Yeah, because I'm Japanese, so I can tell the difference between the old antique kind of look like room and also the furnished new look like the residence. We can figure it out easily, and so that also make us feel like, oh, this is now the old story and now it's a present. So I think you guys did a very good job.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you so much. It's great.
Yeah, really good. So thank you both of you. And next we wanna introduce the author Rio. Are you here today, or author Rio from Human Cannabis to ASA? I don't think he's here now. So maybe if he's gonna be here later, I wanna introduce him. So we're gonna skip it. And so the next is gonna be the Yurugu Matsumoto of Payphone. Matsumoto-san, Matsumoto監督.
こんにちは。
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
お元気ですか？
これは僕が喋っていいんですか？
はい、どうぞ。
はい。
Please.
今回僕の作品を選んでいただきましてありがとうございます。
Thank you for choosing. Thank you so much for choosing my movie for viewing.
この映画はですね、離れて暮らす父親と娘が久しぶりに、東京で出会った一夜の話です。
This movie is about like-minded dad and his daughter living separately. They meet each other after a long time and spend night together.
で、二人の会話を極力減らしてですね、歩くということで、二人に会話をさせて、父と娘の関係を描いた作品になっています。
So I intentionally cut down their conversations to minimum, having them walk together and using their conversations as their conversations. We described their relationship in a movie.
で、物語はですね、エンドロール後も続いてますので、最後の最後まで、見ていただければと思います。
The story still evolves after the end credit roll. So please stay watching the movie till the end.
そしてですね、この映画には実は続編がありまして、カセットテープという作品があります。これは、父と娘の1年後を描いて、娘が今度結婚をするという内容の物語になってますので、もし興味がありましたら、ぜひカセットテープも見ていただければと思います。
We have made a sequel to the movie called Cassette Tape. It's about the daughter is getting married after a year. So if you like, please watch that movie also as well.
Thank you. 一つちょっと
ありがとうございます。So I
一
have a
つ
question.
I have
いいですか？
one thing. Yes, please. Yes, どうぞ。
Okay. So,
僕驚いたんですが、外国の監督の方がこんなに日本にまつわる作品を捉えてるってことですよね。
I was so surprised that so many foreign directors made a movie about Japan or Japanese related movies. I was so amazed and impressed.
So actually, we have the short films about short film. 5 Japanese directors and 7 non-Japanese directors. So it's more than more than that. Japanese director, the non-Japanese director, they made the short film. So,
今回の、サブミッションで、5人の日本人のディレクターさんと、それから7名の、外国人のディレクターさんが、この映画祭に応募されました。
短編の方ですね。
ありがとうございます。
短編の方ですね。
ありがとうございます。皆さんありがとうございます。
He's saying thank you so much to all of you, each of the, candidate for this festival.
Thank you. So thank you. I have one question.
質問が1個あります。
So in your film, it's like a father and a daughter. So is this based on your experience?
あなたの、松本監督は、お父さんと娘さんの関係を今回、お話に作られましたけれども、これは、監督自身のご自身の経験から作られたものでしょうか？
全く僕は結婚もしてないですし、子供もいないんで、本当に想像の世界だけですね。娘がいたらいいなっていう思いで作りました。
I never got married. I don't have daughters. I don't have children. So this is only my imaginary drama.
Wow, that's great because it's so live and it's so like touchy when they talk because they don't talk too much. And that's actual, the relationship between father and mother, I believe.
本当に素晴らしいですねって、すごく関係がうまく描かれていて、本当に娘さんとお父さんのリアルな絆っていうのが見えて、とっても良かったです。
ありがとうございます。Thank you.
Thank you. So thank you very much, Yonegu-san, Matsumoto-san. Thank you.
ありがとうございました。
So next is Jeffrey Mark is here, Crystal City. Jeffrey Mark, Crystal City, is he here or? Okay, you're not here. Thank you. So next I wanna call Kazuhiro Kiuchi 監督。木内監督いらっしゃいますか？ The Menu for Tomorrow. I think he was here before, and maybe he's out of line right now. So, Asakura-san, could you contact him? Like, please join right now because he was here.
Okay, please wait.
Yeah, thank you very much. So, also, is there Asuka Lin from Winter Tellers? So now we are trying to contact with Kiuchi-san, director. So now I'm gonna just kind of introduce you guys. Behind me, it's a kind of wallpaper using the Zoom, and it's actual picture from the last year in our venue. So like the venue was located in Little Tokyo, Los Angeles, and the venue was like 200 people can be in. Screen is not too big, not that big, but still for the film festival, that was really good. And so like this year, when we started the, planning this festival was like January, or before that, I think at the last year we just started. And then we are thinking, we're going to use this venue again. And hopefully, you guys supposed to be here and watching those audiences and talk in front of them. And so I'm so sorry. I mean, but we try to have this, the film festival. We're not gonna stop it, and hopefully, next year we will have a festival again at maybe this venue, and you guys gonna make another film and submitting and enjoy and selected and enjoying, and talk to in front of people and communicate with other directors and actors and and that's what I want you guys to be experienced. But sorry for this time. And Sakura さん、
はい。
木内監督どうでしょう？
ないですね。
ちょうどね、so he was here like yes. So could you, Sach-san, could you read his
Okay,
speech?
his message?
Yeah,
the
message.
one I received. Okay, sure. This is the director of the menu for tomorrow, and I just received a message. I am Kazuhiro Kyuchi. I am director of Ashita no Kondate, the menu for tomorrow. I was studied design of machine, computer graphics, and filmmaking in Los Angeles 20 years ago. I stayed in LA 2 years. I could make a short film with great American friends. At first, I wanted to say thanks you. Next, at the end of life in LA, I went to Japanese American National Museum, which was renewal. I found that all freedom of mind is thanks to Japanese Americans, you, your parents, and grandparents. I have learned real gaman and doryoku there. Today is very special because I can say thanks to you directly. Thank you for all team of JFFLA. You give the chance. And I have to speak about my short film too. This film is based on my experience of Fukushima atomic accident and my mother's memories. It will be 10th anniversary of Fukushima accident in 2021. And my mother watched an atomic bomb in Nagasaki, 1945. I wanted to figure out invisible fear, Japanese culture, and huge problems. I have a lot of things what I want to talk about the theme. But I don't have much time. I'd like to check Facebook page, short film, the menu for tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That's his message, yes. Yeah, like we start, this Zoom like 30 minutes ago, 30 minutes before the, it starts. So like from 5:30, yeah, and he was here talking, but right now he said that he's I think at his home or apartment, there's construction, and he have to leave. Maybe I'm not sure, but yes, and his film is really good. It's about the Fukushima. The location is happening in Fukushima, and we had a disaster on March 11th. I was here in America, so I didn't experience that, but I heard a lot about it. And
木内監督いらっしゃいましたね。はい。
Hello。
木内監督聞こえますか？
どうもありがとうございます。どうもすいません。今日はちょっと申し訳ございませんでした。
メッセージは今読ませていただいたんですけれども、何か、付け加えることはありますでしょうか？
特にございません。申し訳ございません。今日ちょっと、家が、急に、ちょっと工事になってしまいましてですね。先ほどから今、ちょっと音がもしかしたら入ってくるかもしれませんけど、申し訳ございません。
He's apologizing. Somehow the construction
I'm sorry,
outside of his house start happening, and he have to deal with it. So that's why he was coming late. And
はい、どうもありがとうございました。
Yeah, but you know, thank you very much. So I have one question about your film.
どうぞ。質問が一つあります。
So the main character, the lady. So why you found this story? How do you find this story? Like you from your friends or from your neighbors, or you just figured out?
はい、この主演のわかります。
はい。もともと2012年なんですけれども、2012 I went to Okinawa to show my last film named Sunflower. It's based on 311, just like atomic accident. At that time, the restaurant of owner in Okinawa, he said, excuse me, please help me. He said, 沖縄のお米って、ほとんど、本土から入ってくるもので。
He said that Japanese, Okinawan rice they eat, it's from the Japanese mainland, imported from Japanese mainland.
で、その銘柄が産地が福島が急に増えたと。
Suddenly after the accident of, the incident of Fukushima atomic disaster, suddenly the rice made is increased. The imported, is from Fukushima's rice.
知らない人のところにたくさんそういうものが行ってしまっているという事実ですね。
So the fact that radio, radiations, affected rice is suddenly, spread out to the person who doesn't know much about the disaster. It's less effective. Is start getting those rice.
ですから10年経って皆さんもう忘れてることをフィギュアアウトしたいと思ったんですね。
So after 10 years, people start forgetting about the, atomic reactors, incident. But I wanted to remind it's still going on to everybody in this film.
すいません、あんまりうまいI'm sorry for my bad English and explain.
No, your English is very good.
Very
Thank you.
good.
Yeah, thank you very much. So,
you are welcome. I'm so sorry, too late.
Hey, no worries. It's okay. Thank you very much. Because this event is happening, so quick, and anyway, and then here in America, and you are in Japan, so it's different. But Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So I think that's, and is there anybody who didn't speak here? So I think everybody already talked about your films. All right, thank you very much again for joining this event. Everything is our first time, so so sorry for all the the inconvenience and mistakes, and but still we just want to try something to convey and to tell about the film festival and about the people who made Japan related films, and it was really good. All the films are really good. So we still have a film festival until October 4th, like till midnight. So please go check the info about the films, and please buy the ticket and watch those great films. And one thing is good, it's because of those 8 short films combined together in one ticket. So only $6, and you guys can watch all the 8 films, short films. So please, go to our website and click to buy, the short film, 8 short films in one ticket. And also the other guys, thank you very much for your time, and please keep on making good films. And we are here, every year. Japan Film Festival Los Angeles is here in the Los Angeles. So please contact us, and we are looking forward to see your next project. And thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
So and that's it. 朝倉さん。
はい、これで終わりましょう。
Okay, so can you put everybody in the one screen?
記念写真を撮りましょうと。
はい。Yeah, let's take a picture. I believe, we can take a picture from Zoom, right?
Oh, actually, Kiko Wilson, Miss Kiko Wilson is here, and she hasn't talked about
Kiko, please.
Yeah. Do you want to
こんにちは。
こんにちは。
はい、すいません。ちょっと遅れて入りました。
大丈夫ですよ。
はい、Kikoさん。Hi, how are you?
I'm good. It's
You
so
speak
great to
English, right?
say, could you say that again?
Oh, you speak English, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please say hi to, the audience.
Oh, hi, everyone. It's great to be here. I've been listening, and it's great to hear about everyone's films. It's really wonderful.
Thank you. And
Want to say anything about, about film?
Yeah, so I play Kyoko in the film Aida, and it covers several topics that are pretty serious in Japan. One is like connection between family members, and it really follows her struggles, Kyoko's struggles with connecting, and how she tries to connect but really struggles with that. So it was such an honor to be able to play a role that kind of represents these women in Japan. And I do a lot of work outside of acting that relates with families and stuff like that. So it was really special for me to be able to kind of represent them and represent their stories. Yeah.
Your work is very good, and you speak Japanese, and it's so natural. I believe you speak Japanese and English both, right?
Right, that's correct. Yep, I grew up in Japan, but with more of like an English-based education. So it's really
That's like Aida, right?
Yeah, exactly. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I never thought of that. That's true.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much. So we want to take a picture with everybody. And Sakura-san, can you do that? Can you put everybody in the one screen or no?
OK。
これできますかね、一つの画面でみんなを。
じゃあ、いきます。チーズ。Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, everyone. And please, keep in touch and let's make another beautiful, wonderful, great film together. Thank you.
どうもありがとう。
Thank you.
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。